the Bible's supposed to be read precept upon precept. Here little, there little, to get the understanding. Christianity, religion told you just read the whole Bible and pray on it. No, that ain't how you do it. God got instructions on how to read it. So pastors, your leaders refuse to go in this Bible to give you the solution. Right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. According to the Bible. And it's high time you went out of peace. Christianity is a damn cure. Christianity is a curse to our people. Do you understand what you are listening to is the Bible?
And your reality, like, guess what? This is reality. This is reality. We're going to show you why. You have destroyed yourself.
So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
Have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhoods?
Because a lot of times people take this book and they take it as a fairy tale book. Well, today we're going to show you so-called blacks and Hispanics where this Bible is real. All right, Gio, don't go nowhere. Come on, we're going to give you a lot of information. Lord's will, you take heed, all right? Brother, what's your name? Carlos? What tribe you from?
I'm Dominican.
You're Dominican as well. All praises. So we got two brothers, so-called Dominicans. So-called Dominicans.
I'm Judah.
What's your father?
I'm Judah. I'm a lot of things. That's why I said.
No. Because the Bible gives us detailed instruction. Give me 1 Corinthians. You know what I want?
I'm Jamaican.
We're gonna get that. God is not an author of confusion. All right, because saying you mix all that is the doctrine of men. There's no such thing as mix according to God. All right, and the problem is a lot of times we haven't been taught out of the Bible. Instead, we've been falling for what men have taught us. All right, what the science teacher at chemistry taught us. But according to God, God supersedes that. His word supersedes that. Give me that. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion. So to say that you're mixed, right, that is confusion. All right? Read. But of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Now we're going to get the proper understanding of how is your gene determined. What is your gene determined by? Numbers, the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. We're going to show you today, God is not about confusion. It's that mixed term, get it out of your vocabulary. That doesn't belong to you. All right, because you are a Simeonite, according to God, from the nation of Israel. You're not Dominican. All right, do you know what the word Dominican means? You know? You've never been taught what Dominican means, but you claim Dominican. It means loyal dogs of God. All right? So that you're not Dominican. All right? You are a Simeonite. All right? Come on.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
So this is the whole congregation of Israel, all 12 tribes. Come on.
And they declare their pedigree.
What's a pedigree? What's a pedigree? Because you ever heard of people breeding dogs, pit bulls? What is a pedigree? Pedigree, what? It's the bloodline.
Yeah, it's like something like that. Yeah.
Right, it's the bloodline of your father. It is determined by whom?
After their family, by the house of their fathers.
You hear that? The house of their fathers. So you are what your father is, all right? So that term, I'm mixed, I'm half Chinese, I'm half... No. Whatever your father is, that's what you are. That's what the Bible said. All right? So just like if you have an apple seed, right? You have an apple seed, and you plant that seed in the ground amongst a bunch of orange trees. That tree, once it's going to be what? Is it going to be an orange tree? Is it going to be half-breed? No, what's it going to be? It's going to be an apple tree. All right? So what is these scientists talking about? That's confusion. All right? That is confusion. And we just read, God said he is not the author of that. That means he's not going to confuse you. He's going to make it very easy to understand. We're going to show you out of the Bible how you are a Simeonite from the nation of Israel. Give me that. Genesis chapter 49.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
So the Bible says Simeon, all right, and Levi are brothers. Today in the island where Santo Domingo, who's right next door to is Haiti, right? The so-called Haitians. But according to the Bible, God said these are two brothers. All right, read verse 1.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said.
So this is Jacob, the forefather of the Israelites. All right, he had 12 sons. So he prophesied to his 12 called them you two. Come here. He called all his sons, and he's going down the list. Judah, Benjamin. Then he goes to Simeon and Levi. He says, you two brothers, all right, you are brothers. Come on, read.
Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that what shall befall you in the last days.
He said, I'm going to tell you what's going to befall you in the last days, your children's children, your descendants. I'm going to tell you, Simeon and Levi, what's going to befall you, what's going to happen to you in the latter days. We in the latter days today. All right, come on.
Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father.
Now go down to verse 5 now.
Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren.
So it says Simeon and Levi are brothers. Come on.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
It said instruments of cruelty are in their habitation, meaning they're known for certain types of stuff. What is Haiti, the so-called Haitians are known for? Worshiping devils, right? Right alongside of them is what? What is the so-called Dominicans are known for? You got the beads around your neck, brother, and I know what it is. SANTERIA. God calls them instruments of cruelty. All right, that's instruments of cruelty because that same belief, you use it to curse one another, right? So God called those two brothers, hey, you're going to possess the same weapons of cruelty, the same spiritual wicked power. And that's voodoo for the so-called Haitians, and the so-called Dominicans called it SANTERIA. Right? Read. Get out. This is how we know who you are. This is by us, you navigating the Bible properly. This is not being taught in the churches. You're not going to hear Maldonado, who has a church back over there in Miami. He's not going to teach this because he doesn't know. He's not keeping God's laws. Read.
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Come on.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
Read.
O my soul, come not down into their secret, unto their assembly.
Because what happens when they're doing their rituals, it's in a secret place. They don't want nobody in there, so right. So you know about that. You got the beads around your neck, but God, guess what? God says that's an instrument of cruelty, and there's a judgment for that. God is not about that. You understand? But you carrying the beads around your neck, you know what? That means, listen, you don't really believe in this God. Instead, you believe in wickedness. You believe in witchcraft. And do you know what the judgment is for witchcraft? Huh? You know what I want? Give it out. Yes.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 6.
Listen good, Gio. You too, bro.
And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a-whoring after them. I will even set my face against that soul.
So God said he's going to set his face against your soul. Because 10 times what happens to people who live in that lifestyle, crazy things happen to them. All right? Wicked things happen to them. A sudden death, they're driving down to the store, there'll be a car accident. Drive-by shooting. God said he's turning his face against the so-called Hispanic man who's dabbling in witchcraft. The so-called black man who's dabbling in witchcraft. God said he's against that. And that didn't change. That law is still in full effect. Because that same ritual is still in full effect, right? And God, thousands of years ago, is still talking about it. Exodus 22:18.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 18.
Come on.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Oh, what?
A witch to live.
So the judgment upon someone in that is death. It says back in the days, we would not suffer them to live. So if we found out you were a witch, you were in Buddha, you were in voodoo, guess what? God said it was a law to put you to death.
That's right.
Nowadays, we don't do it, all right? But the judgment still stands. Now, he's the one who's killing now. Because 10 times a day, we believe that God's just floating on the cloud, sitting on his throne. No. He's sending his death angels to those who is disobeying his laws. We got to understand that, all right? So come on.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 18.
Come on.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Come on. Oh, that's it on there? Yeah, that's it. So it says, you shall not suffer a witch to live, to allow a witch to live. So if you live in that lifestyle, Gio, it behooves you to repent from that. Turn away from that. Because God has given us laws. He gave us a heritage, all right? And we've been disconnected through slavery, all right? Your foreparents who descend from the slave trade, they were given another heritage. But God has given us a heritage. You know what I want? Give me Jeremiah chapter 17 and 4. Jeremiah. We're going to find out what we've been discontinued from, all right? Let's get that.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Come on.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
So the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanics has been discontinued from their heritage. What does it mean to be discontinued? So just like we have a that means you discontinue. So likewise, it's prophesied from the mouth of Jeremiah. Yeah. Something we should be yearning for. But now we've been taught lies. We've been taught that witchcraft is our heritage. That Christianity, the Catholic Church, is our heritage. But it's not. Like we have a wicked holiday coming up. Nowhere in the Bible it tells you that there's a Good Friday. There's nowhere in the Bible that Christ rose on a Friday. No. On an Easter Sunday. No. You won't find that. That's a lie that's been pushed on us. All right? And we're here now to tear it down and give you the truth. We read in John 8, right? That's your heritage. Let's read. And then after that, you need heritage.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies.
He said he will cause thee to serve thy enemies. All right? The conquistadors that came to subdue the Taino Indians. He said he will cause thee, because you refuse to keep his commandments, to love your brother how you is, to honor the Sabbath day. All right? Because of that, he's going to send an enemy against you. All right? The conquistador were your enemies. Because friends won't do this to you. You understand that? Right. All right? The friends that came, the ones that descended on your island, that wasn't friends. Right. I don't know why the people of that island still cling on to them. Because when we ask most brothers from Santo Domingo, from Cuba, they say, no, we're conquistadors, we're descendants of the conquistadors. But God says, no, you're a descendant of the tribes of Israel. All right? Simeon, Benjamin, Levi. That's your true nationality. All right? Now let's read the heritage. Come on.
Sirach chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge.
He gave them what?
Knowledge and the law of life.
You hear that? So God gave us knowledge and the laws of life. We should be ruling this. We should be ruling this world. We should have been on top, but because we neglected God's laws, he said, you know what? I'm gonna have you change your nationality. I'm gonna take the name Simeon away from you. That's a precious name to me. I'm gonna take it away from you, and I'm gonna give you a cursed name. I'm gonna call you a dog. I'm gonna call you a Dominican. All right? You see that? So they took your God-given name from you, all right, and they gave you a byword. They gave you a lie. You understand that? Let's get that. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Hold that. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Give me that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37.
Come on.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
So we were scattered, right, through the process of slavery. After they came in, they scattered us. They took most of our brothers down back to Spain. That's why you speak what language? Spanish. Right. That was not your language. Right. All right? The Spaniards came and they took you to Spain. They made you slaves in Spain, and they brought some of you back to reap the land. All right? All right. Hey, how you doing? All right. So you a Puerto Rican? You're a so-called Puerto Rican?
Mexicano.
Dominicano? Mexicano. Okay. Well, God calls you Ishakar. He doesn't call you Mexicano. All right. He calls you Ishakar. All right. So what we're teaching the true nationality of the so-called Hispanics and the so-called blacks. All right. Did this not happen to the foreparents of all Hispanics? Right. This happened to them. Right. The conquistadors came and they descended upon the Dominicans. They descended upon the Cubans. All right. Mexicans. They put you into slavery. Guess what? It's documented in the Bible. It's written in the Bible. Let's get that. Come on.
Look it up. And
68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. With ship. With what? With ship. With what? With ship.
God said the nation of Israel will be given to slavery through ships. What kind of ships, brother? Is it cruise ships? What kind of ships?
Hell no, it ain't no cruise.
There ain't no cruise ship.
Slave ships.
Cargo slave ships. All right, hold on. We got a book for you. Read it. Look at this.
We had a history book called The Devastation of the Indies. Have you all ever heard of Bartolomé de las Casas? You heard of him? This was a white man that was a priest that came on the ships with Columbus, and he wrote down everything that Columbus did to the Spanish people when he got there. Let's see if what we just read out of the Bible about Hispanic people going into slavery on ships, because I know they don't teach this to y'all in school. When you hear slave ships, you only think of people that look like us, right? So let's see. It says here on page 72, when the Spaniards had killed all the chieftains and all the Indians capable of making war, they cast all the others into infernal servitude. And when the Spaniards commanded tribute slaves. They gave them their sons and daughters, the only slaves they had. These Spaniards sent by shiploads down to the coast to be sold in Peru. Read it again.
Read that. Now we're going to read what the Bible says. So what we're showing you that this book is a true book. The Holy Bible is a true book. And it contains your nationality. All right, this book was written to the Israelites. All right, this is your heritage. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. What kind of ships, brother? You just said it. What kind of ships? Slave ships. All right? So the Israelites were conquered by the conquistadors. They were conquered, all right, by all the Arabs, the white man. They were conquered by them, and they were given different nationality. They was given a different heritage. Catholicism, it was never a commandment for you to keep that. You won't find the word Catholic in the Bible. You're not going to find it. Baptist, you're not going to find the word Baptist in the Bible. But guess what type of people is in there today? What nation of people is in there today? So-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, which are the Israelites according to the Bible. All right? Even Christ himself. Yeah, even Christ himself, Jesus the Christ, right? We're going to give you the description out of the Holy Bible. Read. Verse 1.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does the word revelation mean? The root word of revelation is revealing. The revealing of who?
Jesus Christ.
So the revealing of Jesus Christ. So we're going to show you blacks and Hispanics today that Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hair.
His what?
His head and his hair.
The head on his head and his beard on his face. With what?
Were white like wool.
The Bible said they were white like wool. So that's a strike, right? That's a strike. Strike one. Come on.
As white as snow.
As what?
As white as snow.
Now look at that image again. This is the image that Leonardo da Vinci painted, right? For the Pope's son. So this is the image. His hair is, look at, it's black, right? And the texture of his hair, what is it? Like Labrador, right? There we go. Read.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
Look over there. Look at his beady eyes over there.
They don't mention fire.
They don't mention that in.
With hell.
Watch. No, the eyes being red that's a similitude. We're gonna give you the understanding of that. Real quick. Give me that. Genesis chapter 49 and 12.
They couldn't do that picture.
Right. So that's another X. Right? Another shot. Come on.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
You hear that? It said his eyes. The reason why the whites of his eyes was red because he drank wine in moderation. That's right. All right. It was okay to drink wine, but he drank it in moderation. Now, when we go back to Revelation, we're going to get the full description of Jesus the Christ. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 15.
Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? It said fine brass. What color is brass? Huh? You ever been down the Bayside in Miami? You seen the brass statues? What color are they?
I haven't been over there, but I know what you're talking about.
Like the same color of a penny, brass. It's brown. It's a derivative of brown. That's the proper color. So John the Revelator looks down at Christ's feet and he said, damn, it's like fine brass. All right, come on, read.
As if they burn in a furnace.
So now if I burn anything in a furnace or oven, what color is going to come out if I burn it? It's going to be black. So that's another strike. That's another strike for the false image that was just created. Come on. Now, look at this. This is the depiction of our Christ. We're reading out the Holy Bible. Why isn't Maldonado teaching this in his church? Why is T.D. Jakes not teaching this? They're scared. They're scared. All right? The truth is now upon us. And God has never given his people a spirit of fear. That was never given to his people. But now, we just read in John 8:32. He said the truth will set you free. The truth of what? The truth of who you are and what your heritage is. Now let's go back to it.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
From that what?
Thine heritage.
So it say you would be discontinued from your true heritage. Like that bead on your neck, that's not your heritage, brother.
That's right.
That's not. All right? Even though now what you see what we wearing right now, all the brothers are wearing something, right? It's called fringes in the border of blue. That was the proper attire that the Israelites would wear. All right? We're going to get that. Read. Numbers chapter 15.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38.
fringes on the border of their garment. Fringes on the border of their garment. So anytime, the Indians had it. They had it. So the Taino Indians, guess what they were wearing? But they show you that they were naked. But anyone going into slavery, what they do, they take off everything. They say they were savages. But that's another lie. That was another lie. All right? Again, the truth shall set you free. This is the truth. That the border of their garments, what they were wearing, fringes, it's biblical. All right? So saying, what is that showing you? That they are the people of this book. All right? They are not savages. God called them holy people, chosen nation. Read, come on.
And that they put upon the bridge of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So that's the whole uniform that God gave his people. Not everybody was given that. Only his chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel, were given this uniform. All right, so they can identify, okay, wait a minute. But guess what? Are they showing that today? Are they wearing it today? Are the people of Santo Domingo wearing it today? No, they're not, because they've been discontinued from their heritage. The law, statutes, and commandments, this is a law that we should wear this upon all our garments. Women should be wearing it on their dresses. But guess what? They even lied to the women saying it's okay for them to wear pants. But it's against God's laws for women to wear pants. Let's get that. Deuteronomy chapter 22. We're going to show you more of your heritage. We're going to show you more. All right?
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
You see that? It says the woman shall not wear which pertaineth to a man. Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
It says neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. All right? Come on, read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So, Gio, if you go to work, right? You go to work, your job requires a uniform. It requires a uniform. Now, if you come to work outside of your uniform, what is your boss going to do to you? You got to go home. Or potential what? You get fired, right? Well, guess what? God, the boss of all bosses, the CEO of all CEOs, says he gave you a uniform. All right? The man should be wearing fringes on his shirt. The women should be wearing modest dresses. All right? Compared to what's today. Are they wearing modest dresses today? So are they keeping God's commandments? Are they keeping their heritage? No, they're not. There we go. What does society say about that? What is society thoughts on women wearing pants?
Depends. You got a big ass, some shit.
What they say? They say do whatever you want. But God says what? God says no. You're going to do what I want you to do. This is how I want you to dress. This is how I want you to worship me. All right? Now let's get that. Give me Romans chapter 12, verse 2. All right? Because what we're showing you, Gio, is your heritage. And that the ways of this world and society is all false. It's not for your benefit. It's to kill you, brother. All right? So it's time for you to come back to your your true nationality, which is you are from Simeon. All right? From the nation of Israel. You too, brother. You are from the tribe of Simeon, from the nation of Israel. You are not a so-called Dominican.